Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox and welcome back to another Fortnite Save the World video. If you are new, then thank you for dropping by. Don't forget to click on the like and hit subscribe down below, and you'll always get notified of any new videos when they come out. But I'd like to just thank all of my subscribers and all my viewers for stopping by and checking out all my videos. As I've recently just hit 1,000 views on my Survivors Basics video that I did a couple of weeks back. So thank you very much to everyone for having a look at that. But today I'm going to go into what I think are the best weapons in Fortnite Save the World, or at least the best weapons that I have in Fortnite Save the World. So if we go straight into it here, now what I've got, I go over to my guns here. I've got quite a few that I've used over the over the time, but my favourite weapons here are these ones along the top. Now I've got my very first weapon that I ever got was the Siege Breaker. I got that pretty much early on when I started the game, and I'm pretty sure it started out originally as the common assault rifle, and over the time of playing I've been upgrading and using all the perks and elements and all that, and I've managed to get it to a 106 now with all legendary perks on it. I put it to a energy element because I kind of use that weapon pretty much on a lot of my missions, so it'll do a pretty good damage to all different husks, elemental or not, and that's my kind of go-to weapon, so that's why I've got that as an energy. You can see on here, if I just go in and view it properly, I've got a critical rating and critical damage on it, and damage to miss monsters and bosses, which I find it's pretty good at getting rid of those smashers. Normally one one load of bullets from this and that smasher's pretty much gone. So that's why I've got that set on there. It's got a pretty good critical hit chance of 38% there. The critical hit damage is only 185%, but it's still a pretty good weapon. My next favourite weapon is the Gravedigger, which I haven't finished upgrading the perks on this yet. They're still only on Epic, but I've gone for a critical rating and crit damage on that as well, with an extra damage there at the bottom, and it's got the fire element that came with it. It's a similar sort of hit chance and hit damage as the Siege Breaker, but it's still a pretty good weapon if you need a fire weapon. Now the next one that I've got here is the Hemlock, which is pretty recent gun, but as a very good fast firing weapon. It does have a bit of recoil on it, so it will sort of shoot upwards if you hold your trigger down, but it's really good at clearing the husks out. I've gone on again a critical rating and crit damage on that, but I've got double crit damage on it, so it's got 255% crit damage and a 36.5% chance of critical hit. But it's also got there the 6th perk down the bottom, is each shot fired grants 3.5% shield for 5 seconds, and it will stack up to 10 times, so every time you fire that gun it'll give you a bit of shield back as well. So that's a pretty good gun to use. I do like that one. Another good gun that I've got is the Typewriter, which again I haven't finished on the perks, because you'll find the higher up that you go in your missions that perks can be quite difficult to get hold of sometimes, unless you're really grinding out those perk reward missions, then they can be difficult to get. So it does take a bit of time, and I've literally only now just starting to get some of my weapons into the legendary all gold rolled weapons. So this one I've gone for a water element, and it's a double damage on this one, and also the damage for 6 seconds, affliction damage for 6 seconds at the bottom. It does only have a 10% critical hit chance and a 50% hit damage, but of course that's what you get for having a damage weapon instead of a crit damage. So I've got pretty much there, I've got the water, and I've got the nature, and I've got the fire, so I've got a weapon for everyone, and I've got the energy then, which is in the middle. Now another weapon I do use quite a bit, and even in Time Peaks is still doing pretty good damage for me, even though it's still only on an 82, is the helium shotgun, which is probably one of the best shotguns I think out there. I've got most of my perks on there. I've still got 2 left to do, but I've gone for the energy element again, so I can pretty much use that on any missions that I go into, and I got the crit damage and crit rating on there. But the last perk again at the bottom is causes affliction damage, so I've gone for the option of damage to miss monsters and bosses on the 5th perk there, which is very good for miss monsters. I think probably about 2-3 shots at most on the head with this gun, and they're out of it, they're gone. So that's my favourite weapons. There was one last one, which is the Super Shredder, which is technically a sniper rifle, but you can use that as a shotgun as well, because it uses shotgun ammo, and that's a really good weapon. I do like this weapon. It's probably one of it's the only sniper rifle I like using, really, because I've never liked sort of using sniper rifles with scopes and things. I think they just seem too slow for me. They might be alright for using on your defenders, but I'm not a fan of them, so I do like the Super Shredder. This one again is an energy element, because it'll use for any husks, do pretty much pretty good damage there. I have got the headshot damage perk on it, because it will give a lot more damage than if you hit them straight in the head. So again, for the miss monsters and bosses, it's a pretty good weapon for that. I do like that. Now, I've always used, probably right from the start again, the bazooka. That was one of the first weapons that I got as I started this game, and as you can see, I've leveled that up to an 82, and it does 26,455 damage per second DPS there, and I've only got the one physical element there, which is the legendary, and everything else is still on the blue. But I've recently got the Santa's Little Helper when it came out in the shop, and you can already see here, because that's only on a level 70 at the moment, and the perks, I haven't even looked at the perks properly yet, but it's already got a much higher DPS than the bazooka. So if that's on 26.5 really, and the Santa's Little Helper is 33.5, so it's so much more powerful. So what I'm going to do, it's quite sad having to do it, but I'm going to recycle my bazooka now that they fetched out the in the update that you can get all your perks and drops of rain, everything back from anything you recycle. I'm going to close my eyes and recycle that, so get all my perks back. And now I can go on to the Santa's Little Helper and I can upgrade this. Now I'm going to stick on a damage perks for this, because I've seen a few videos out there that some people say that the crit rating and crit damage is better, and other people say just the raw damage is better, but I'm going to stick on this. So I'm going to upgrade this now as much as I can and see what we can get this to now. So let's see, we'll upgrade that there. Try and do it equal just in case I don't have enough on anything. Okay, here's that. We'll have a look at the reload in a moment. Not sure if I'll have enough legendary perk to do it all. Damage to afflicted targets I will leave on, because we've got that 6th perk of course is affliction damage for 6 seconds, so I'll leave that one on. I don't know, I haven't got enough epic perk up there, but yeah, we'll leave that one as is. Reload, yes, we'll do the reload speed, we'll leave that as is, because that will sort of help it to go a bit quicker. There we are, so that's all the perks that I had on there now. Let's upgrade that now then, so it's back on the 82, the same as my bazooka was, which was, what was it, 26,000 odd DPS. So there we are, that's an 82 now, and that is 48,990 DPS. So it's almost 49,000, which, well, that's so much more than the bazooka was, and it's not even finished being perked up yet, so that's fantastic. I definitely give that a shot if you can get hold of it. It's absolutely brilliant. I'll try and do some gameplay for you soon of the Santa's Little Helper as well, just so you can get an idea of how it works. There we are. Now the last one I want to show you, the only sort of real sword that I use is the Krypton Sword. I'm not a sword person, so I only really use this one. As you can see, I've tried sort of a few other ones but never really got on with them, so I use the Krypton Sword as well, which does pretty good damage there. So there we are, that is my favourite guns in Fortnite Save the World. Please let me know down below what what sort of weapons you like and what you prefer to use. I'd be interested to see if you've got any different or even better weapons out there, but do let me know. But that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed my little video. Hope it's given you a little bit of information on some of the different guns. So until next time, I hope you have a lovely day and stay safe.